gonna tell you straight up. Hey, Cuban Kane.
I want to battle. I want to battle. I said, hey, yo!
I want to battle. Let's get it. Whenever you're ready, I'm ready. I'm ready. Whenever you're ready, I'm ready. I'm ready. All right. I don't know what's going on with this dude. Shout out to Jason. Go talk. Keep calling. All right. Let me keep going, man. Let me keep rolling through this deal, man. I got plenty of stuff to talk about. I'm trying to keep a little bit on the bone for my dog. All right. We ready to rock and roll. He done made it back. I don't know what he was doing. I think Big Bertha had no duct tape my dog back there in the back street somewhere. I don't know where he was. I think because we was at, like I said, we were at a production meeting. We live right here on Bourbon Street in New Orleans for the Mardi Gras, as you can clearly see. Okay. I got Ellen, the producer. She on the camera. So you may see the camera move every now and again to get a different perspective. My dog Street said, I'll be right back. I'm finna go get a hand grenade. You know, the little long green, they got the drinks in it. That was like an hour ago. So I'm like, 30 minutes for the show, no problem, no pressure. And I don't know if Bertha done duct taped him in or not. But anyway, he's back, y'all. Y'all do me a favor. Y'all clap it up for my dog. D-Street!
What's going on, bro? What's going on, man? What's going on, bro?
But you all right, bud? Man, listen, I told him you was here. You left to go get a drink. You came and never came back. And I was like, you good, man. So you all right now? What's up?
Nah, man, I'm straight, man. I ran into this lady, man. First of all, who brings their kid to Mardi Gras? You know what I'm saying? It's for adults. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of adult things going on at old Mardi Gras. You know what I'm saying? Who bring their kids to Mardi Gras?
For sure.
So I went to go get old bazooka, whatever you call it, little drinks. What you call it?
They call them hand grenades. Last time I've been there.
Hand grenades. And I'm in there getting hand grenades, and I had my little beads in my pocket back there, man. I felt a few of my beads fall on the ground. So I look back. And all I see is Shorty. He looking crazy.
That boy, I caught like a pistol.
He looking crazy. So I say, hey, ma'am, I think your son stole some of my beads. I don't know what he gonna do. What he gonna do with them, Hayes? I said, I think your son stole some of my beads. And she started flipping on me. Oh, no, me accusing my son of stealing. And I'm looking at Shorty. He got the bulky look on his face. I know he done stole them, right? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I just look. I ain't going to get in no trouble because you know I'm big, black dude. You know what I'm saying? I'm going straight to jail. So I snatched his hat and I ran. So I'm back here.
Oh.
I took his hat. So I stole his hat and I ran. So now I'm back here rocking his hat. You know what I'm saying?
It's like one of them hats, what they call them, the Buckies?
I don't know what it is, but I wasn't gonna let them get me for beads for free, for the freezy.
Well, I'll say this to you, Street. You ask what he gonna do with them beads. That boy finna go buy 2 Chick-fil-A chicken breasts. If you ask me.
That boy get chick.
Hey.
That boy get chick.
Hey.
Hey.
No pickle. No pickle. Extra mayonnaise.
So I took his hat and I got up out of there. I don't even know who this is on the hat. Who this is? Scary Harry? Scary Terry? Scary Night?
I ain't even cool like that. I don't even know.
We had a close-up shot. A New Orleans dog. I know we had old close-up.
Yeah. LMV on the camera. Yeah, man, we got LMV on the camera. She back there rolling on the camera, so she making it happen. But I got somebody for you, man. Got some love for you right there, man. Go ahead and read that off, bro.
Came live member for 16 months. Ooh, that's what's up. What's good, everyone? What's going on, dog?
Y'all shout it out, man. 16 months.
16 months, dog.
That's like when you talk to that's like when you talk to a mother. Oh, how old is the baby? 75 months. Like, it don't say a year and a half, 16 months.
16 months. Make it sound long. Long and strong.
Street, look.
Long, 16 long, strong months.
Pause, dog. Pause. But I'm gonna say this. When do you stop counting months for kids? Because they'd be like, oh, he's 19 months, he's 18. Like, when do you stop? Like, what year? Somebody put in the chat when you stop. For some of y'all out there with 10 kids, let me know when you stop saying, oh yeah, my baby, he's 17 months, he's 64 months. I'll leave it at that.
When he started reaching for the chicken breast, you stop counting months. That's when you stop counting months.
So how about this? The little boy that stole your beads, he was 198 months. I don't know what that is. But anyway.
190. Hey Siri, what's 12 divided into 198?
Okay.
Siri.
This on the web.
Siri don't know.
She don't even know.
Months.
Yeah, she don't even know. I don't know.
Somebody say after the first year.
16 and a half. It can't be after the first year because that's only 12 months. I always hear 18 months, 17 months.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Let
me see. Let's read
Kane Life.
Kane Life say, be so blunt that they could smoke your truth. Okay.
Ooh.
Okay.
Damn, Kane Life.
Deep.
I'm glad you said it. Hey, guess what? And I want that smoke, boy.
Kane Life. That's
real.
That's deep.
That's real.
Had to bring out the Billy D on them. That's deep, Kane Life. That's out there, bro. That's deep.
That's exploding head emoji, dog. All right, man, real quick, let's jump into this deal, man. We already 30 in. Deshaun Foster kind of went over a little bit. I don't know if you was down there getting your beat stolen and you was watching the show, but kind of talked about who he was, what he did. And so,
I thought he flip up too. Boy, he gonna miss this hat. No. Listen, I got a question about for you. You from the coaching, you know what I'm saying? You from the coaching place. I realize your people don't know who I am, and a lot of my people do know who you are. Some of them don't know who you are. He's a long-time coach, got tired of coaching hard-headed kids, and then went straight internet. Deshaun Foster, right? Started coaching in 2013 at UCLA.
Yeah, as a student assistant.
Student assistant, graduate assistant. Then became a running back coach at Texas Tech. Came right back to UCLA running back coach. And now he's a head coach. He's dark green. That's what we say in Marine Corps. Nobody's black or white. Dark green, light green. That's it. Wasn't no color. He's a dark green guy. How rare is it for somebody to start at UCLA, same spot, and he ended up the head coach of that same Power 5 program?
Very rare to stay within the same program, right? Very rare. But a 10-year run like this, it's not as rare as it is so far as to move that fast, but it's very rare in a Power 5 school to run up the ladder, right, pretty much at your school, except for the one off year he had at Texas Tech. So it is very rare when we talk about Power 5 football to run up the ladder as fast as he did and without being a coordinator, right? If he was a coordinator, for 2 years, 3 years, and he got that opportunity, I said, okay, but this right here, without him being an OC or DC or even a special teams coordinator, something to that effect, I would say like a leadership role in that sense, one of the four, which is offense, defense, head coach, and special team, very rare.
That's what I thought. Mm-hmm. So what do you think? What do you think happened here? You think he impressed some people? You think the kids probably wanted them? Like, what do you think happened here? Because I hear him talking. Sound like one of those. I don't want to say it because it's like a player's coach. You know what I'm saying? But the black guy's always a player coach. He's never the genius. He's never the smart guy in the room. He's never the. You know what I'm saying? He's always a player's coach.
So hold on, before I answer that, is this the same kind of comparison that Cam was when we talk about game manager versus game changer? Is player
Explain.
coach a derogatory term in coaching? Like, because what's the opposite of player coach? Nobody knows that term. It's not a not players coach.
Nah, I think player coach is a short way for saying basically he's the rah-rah coach. He's the coach that players like. The players coach is never called a genius. First of all, we can get into it. A dark green coach has never been called a genius. Not one. Not one. In the chat, there's not been one dark green coach, which I mean a black guy, that has been called a genius. They've never referred to anybody as a genius. Mike Tomlin, who's had 30 winning seasons, will never be referred to as a genius. But if you listen to him speak on that interview with what's the name them?
The pivot.
With the pivot, he had some great philosophies, bro. But the media has never called a black coach a genius like they do the Rams coach. He's the young hotshot new genius in the room. Andy Reid, the greatest play caller ever.
But had Mike Vicky couldn't get it done, right?
Yeah. But so that's what I'm saying. So they're never called genius. They're never called smart guys. They're always called the he's a fiery guy. He gets the kids going. Maybe they may call him leader. Hell of a leadership. I don't know what they say about. They don't say much about Mike Tomlin. It's always Ben Roethlisberger's. The reason they win it is it's anybody's fault but his. If I'm wrong, somebody correct me. But I don't hear these terms. You know what I'm saying?
The only person I'll say to your point, and I don't think they put him in the same regard as a Sean McVay, right? Oh, he's got this photographic memory. He's like that. So no, I have not heard him put him in that regard. But I will say, outside of the term players coach, maybe Tony Dungy, and I think people called him smart because of his approach to the game, but not necessarily X and O genius, right? Even though he had the Tampa 2 and all of that stuff, but we're talking about. I get where you're coming. I know exactly what you mean.
Did he create the Tampa 2?
I believe. I don't know if he created it, but I think he was the one
defense
who made
that
it.
Temple ran. Is that the defense they ran with Warren Sapp and everybody? Okay. Yes, some people saying so. They say Marvin Lewis was labeled a defensive genius. What you think about that? Shout out to IOD Squad, baby. I see it. And get that gift up there. Marvin Lewis?
What gift?
Get that gift up there. Gifted 5 footballville memberships. Whatever that boy, he can give out 5 memberships.
Boy, hold up. Clap it up for my man. That's big time, dog. That's big time, dog. Says Monty Kiffin. Maybe it was Monty Kiffin. I'm not really
sure. Monty Kiffin created a Tampa 2.
Yeah, I mean we could probably Google it. But to your point, I think Tony Dungy falls outside of that realm just a little bit as the quote unquote players coach, but they're not labeled as like they don't get the love like you would say a Sean McVay, a young guy, this, that, and the other. You know, the photographic memory. Because remember they did the test. It was January 16th, 2007. It was 3rd and 15, 4:53 left on the clock. What was the play called? Oh, it was spider right, left, explosion gun, 53, X power, 26 sweep on 3. Now, here's the thing. You know, I get it. I mean, that's a great thing. But, you know, I don't know. I don't know. But to your point, you're right. To your point, you are right that I don't recall them labeling guys that way.
No, it don't. What was Dennis Green called back then? They never called Dennis Green a genius. He was the same thing. Had a title. Yeah. He's the same thing. Well, y'all gotta understand. You gotta understand that the titles don't come from like, hey, there's the title, Elf. He's bringing you your chain. Oh, he called you a chain. Titles come from the media. Everything we believe about these guys come from the media and our perception of them. So Dennis Green was just.
He was a coach, just a guy. Yeah.
They all, even the ones that done great jobs, they never was labeled. They're not looked at as like we say, who created the Tampa 2? Some people say Money Kiffin. Some people say, I could ask. Warren Sapp actually just called me. How San Francisco supposed to win? The defensive line is tired and worn down in the fourth quarter. You can't chase Pat Mahomes no more. How you supposed to win the Super Bowl? That's how Warren Sapp called me 10 minutes ago. But I could ask him who created the Tampa 2.
All right, so to answer your question, I'm sorry, I'm going to answer this right. Despite being identified with Dungy and the Buccaneers, the root of the Tampa 2 actually came from the Pittsburgh Steelers and their steel curtain defense in the 70s. Dungy openly admitted that it was based on concepts he picked up in Pittsburgh, where he played as a safety from 77 to 78. So just a rough estimate. So basically, he took some of the concepts, tweaked it, and called it his own. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I get it. There's nothing wrong. But that's why I tell you about coaches. Nobody really invents anything new. You take bits and pieces and create your own recipe, right? And that's really what it comes out to be.
So who they said invented it? Money Kiffin?
No, they didn't actually give a name. He said it came from the 1970 steel curtain defense from the Pittsburgh Steelers. And he said Tony Dungy, it says Dungy openly admitted that it was based on concepts he picked up in Pittsburgh, where he played as a safety from 78 to 77, 78. So what he's saying is basically it was a concept, and I don't know if he tweaked it, and that kind of deal, man. But hey, I mean,
okay.
That's what I tell people.
Not but Hayes, pump the brakes. Tony Dungy said he tweaked it. It came from somewhere else. Yada yada yada. You understand what I'm saying? You understand? But it would never get labeled. Travis Kelce created the fade.
Ooh, that hurt right there. Dang,
right. It'll never get labeled that he created the defense. It's always that story, which everything is created that way. The run and shoot was not created by San Francisco. No, sir. It came from concepts of HBCUs. They were running 5 wide receivers back in the days.
So no.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. When it's Tony Dungy who created it, right? It gets broke down in detail then. Tony Dungy admitted that he didn't really get it from the brand.
No, you're
that's what I'm saying.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
No, like I've already heard Mike McDaniels is an offensive genius.
That's what I'm saying.
I literally heard those people say that. Right? Oh, Mike McDaniel, he's an offensive play caller. He's bro. I have no that hand grenade really.
He is dark, but he's dark green. He is dark green though. He one drop. His daddy black.
What have the top half of the lower half?
Yeah, he's black. He got hired as a minority coach. So it's the thing going around that San Francisco keep getting these free draft picks because they're getting their coaches hired as minority. And he's yeah. Mm-hmm.
No, but yes, yeah, so because for people don't know what Street's talking about, I don't know the exact rule, but the rule, the overall summary is if you hire coaches, minority coaches, you get X amount of draft picks. I don't know what round or whatever. You go
third round, you get compensatory picks, and then you end up with a pick. Yeah.
Yeah. But it's like you earn credit, I guess that's the way to say it, to get picks,
right.
man.
For getting your coaches hired up, right? For getting your coaches hired up, right?
Right.
But I'm just saying, I've been saying this for years. Like there've never been one called a smart person, like a genius, like. And we know the stories of FAMU teaching. Alabama's coach traveling to FAMU back in the day to learn. We know all the stories. You know what I'm saying? How HBCU kind of taught a lot of coaches back in the day. What's the Alabama coach? I gotta do is look it up.
Bear Bryant.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. A lot of them traveled in the summer to FAMU to learn how to run. It was like a power I or something like that. It was a run scheme.
Gotcha.
And I think they were trying to learn the gaps, but these things never get etched in history as Tony Dungy created the Tampa 2.
Yeah.
You see how fast people say Money Kiffin?
Yeah.
Because that's what gets told. That's what gets put out in the that's what you hear more of.
No, and you're 1,000% correct, man. Like, you hear this person came up with this. And I tell people all the time, one thing about football, the pure concepts of football are the same. The base and the root of football plays are the same. It's still 11 on 11. The football field is the same. It may be wrinkles and adjustments that you make, but the pure concepts are still the same. The RPO is nothing but option, but instead of you pitching it, think about it, run, pass, option. But the fact it's just an evolution of the game. So the fact that you're instead of pitching it, you're passing it. So instead of you giving a dive option, which is the triple option, meaning I can give the dive, I can run it as a quarterback, or I can pitch it. That's the triple option. Well, RPO is one and the same, right? Except you read a different guy. So what do? I read it. If it's there, I pull it, I can throw it, or I run it. So RPO, run, pass, option, and then the quarterback keeping it going about his business. But it's all based on those reads. The concept is the same. The person you read is totally different, not to get overly coaching. But no, I totally get where you're coming from, bro. I totally get it.
Coach, what's the name? What's Coach Central Offensive Coordinator said it on our show one day?
AJ
he said it was
Snipes.
play action. He said it was play action pass, and people got up in arms about it.
In essence, it is.
That's what he called it. Like, yeah. And people
the
got
only
all
difference,
up in arms about it.
and he's right. The only difference is instead of you turning your back to the defense and giving the ball or act like you're giving it, turn around and pop up and you throw it, your eyes stay downfield. So now I have the option to give it based on what he does, or I take it out his gut and I throw it. So to an extent, yeah. I mean, it's a version of it. Yeah, he's 100% correct. He's 100% correct.
So back to what we were talking about. Like, very rare that he becomes the head coach. You said it's very rare that he becomes the head coach, and I was just asking, like, how does that happen? His coach just jet out the blue, out of there. Obviously, we thought Ken Norton one time was going to be their coach, right? He was in line to be the coach at one point in time.
It was some talks in there, yeah.
Yeah.
And I know some talks about him going to Colorado. There were a lot of talks about him being a DC over there and so forth.
So how does it happen? You think Deion Sanders has some influence on this? That guys that things like this maybe happen a little bit, or how does it happen?
Well, okay. So before you came on, I kind of talked about that a little bit. So one, I think the biggest thing is timing, right? A lot of jobs are about timing. I'll say the very first thing is this is late in the sense of looking for a head coach, especially at the Power 5 level. Okay. The second signing day is over, right? So think about it. You got guys who have signed to UCLA, and your coach walk out. All right, that's one. Two is because it's late. If that coach leaves, and we saw the mass exodus out of Alabama, right? How do you keep the soldiers in the platoon? You know what I'm saying? How do you keep? Did I use that right? Street, I'm not a military. I used it right.
Exactly.
Come on, man. So how do you keep exactly right without going AWOL? I'm getting too far. I'm getting ahead of myself now. Slow down, Tito. Right. So how do you keep the soldiers not to go AWOL? Right. You keep the second general in charge because the main general got knocked off. Well, follow me, bro. Follow me now. But anyway, so with that being said, I think strategically from the athletic director and the upper brass at UCLA, they're like, listen, how do we how do we keep our guys? Because we lost some good guys to the draft. We lost some guys in transfer portal. How do we keep the nucleus of this team here? Well, who is their favorite guy? And they probably went around and asked, and they said, hey, man, Coach Foster, man. Coach Foster. Cool. And the second piece is talk about timing. I was just saying this. UCLA is not a attractive job when it comes to Power 5 football. Now, a G5 guy probably jump on it. But who would leave their program right now to go to UCLA? Attendance is always down. Money's probably hard to come around, so forth and so on. And you already heard that Chip Kelly said admin doesn't want to fund stuff. So yada, yada, yada. Anyhow, I'm trying to go through all the questions that you asked me. And then does the prime have an effect on this? Right before you came on, I was talking about that.
Mm-hmm.
I want to say yes, but I really believe it's really no in this instance. I don't believe the prime effect or the prime factor was a criteria in his particular hire. I think the things I just talked about previously were the true factors of why he got hired. And they like him. He probably is a nice guy. He's definitely an alumni. He's the hometown kid. He's from there. He's in the Hall of Fame there. Their Hall of Fame. Don't want to get that misunderstood. But he's in their Ring of Honor or their Hall of Fame. And so, it's kind of go ahead and try it out. Yeah, try it out. And it's the first year in the Big Ten, so hopefully it all goes well. But if it doesn't, you can chop it up to a transition year and that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? So it's a safe hire. It is a safe hire. And a good one.
So he got lucky. That's what you should explain.
Yeah, you know what?
Yeah. You just walking down the street like, oh, that's a job. Look at that.
Well, because of timing. If this would have happened in December, I don't know if he would have been the head coach. I have to be very honest. I don't think he would have. And this is not a knock on him. I'm just saying there would have been other bigger name candidates available at the time. And sometimes that happens, bro. The guy get the job and he just becomes this all-star, right? Like, it's what it is. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they found Tony Braxton singing at the doggone gas pump, pumping gas, and look who she became. So it is what it is, you know?
What's the Tony Braxton story?
Tony Braxton was at a gas station pumping gas, and she was singing along to her car radio. And another guy was pumping gas. He was a record producer, and he heard her singing. And that's how she got on. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, wow. Pamela Anderson, they said she was at a Canadian football game and got discovered that way.
Pamela Anderson, what was she doing? What was she doing at the Canadian football game?
I'm gonna leave that right there. I don't know. She was cheering for them balls.
You know, Pam was loose. I just watched that documentary.
Really?
Pam was loose.
I don't know nothing about it. But man, how you like the Mardi Gras, man? We down here at the Mardi Gras. We got the beads blinking. Got people throwing beads over the balcony and everything else, man. So
listen. So go back real fast, and then we're gonna get on this Travis Kelce stuff. Y'all can hear me? I'm good. I think I froze.
You good?
So I text, a little backstory, because I saw somebody in the comment section say it's all the all-stars that made the Tampa 2 defense a big deal, right?
Okay.
The reason I brought it up is because I talked to Philip Buchanan a lot, right?
Okay. Tell people who may not know who he is. Just we know Phillip who he
Buchanan,
is, but
former Miami Hurricane, Hall of Famer, former, I'm sure, Pro Bowl in the NFL. Arguably the best cornerback ever to play at Miami. You know what I'm saying? Great career in the NFL, yada, yada, yada. For the person that just said that the players made it, Philip Buchanan, his his whole thing is that the defense, the way it's practiced, the way it's structured, the way it's rolled out, is the greatest defense he ever played in. It's the most seamless system he ever played in. Anybody could be an all-star in it. That's how he explained it. So he said a lot of those guys that we saw that were all pros were a product of the defense. And this is why I'm talking about it. So when we're talking about the Tampa 2 defense, right? And Philip is a guy that says he only received great coaching maybe once or twice in his life. I think he played on 3 different NFL teams. And he played for the Hurricanes. So he believes that it's the greatest system he ever was a part of. The way the defense is practiced, the concepts of tackling, the angles, and everything. I texted him and asked him who invented the defense. He said, next time use Google, Tony Dungy. So that's why I brought up the defense, because I wanted to explain that second part to y'all, that he believes it's one of the greatest systems it's the greatest system he ever played in. Now, does that shed light on anybody? And he believes Tony Dungy created, he knows he created the one he played in. You see what I'm saying? The version he played in.
Sure. And it's funny because everybody gets tagged with what is his offense, what is his defense, right? What is like, oh, that's the Lane Kiffin offense, that's the Josh Heupel offense. Well, I've said this many a times and numerous times. No coach truly creates their own. A lot of coaches, especially when you first get started coaching, right? When you first start coaching, you know what you do? You're always going to reference something. So your first year coaching, you're going to reference what you did in high school, how your coach did it, because that's all you know. Or your college coach. You know, if you went to college and played and you started to become a coach, you're going to do exactly what your college coach did. You're going to call it the same thing. You're going to do all those things because that's how you know it. Over time, and this is what we talk about, coaches having a coaching Rolodex. You're going to meet another coach. Say, for example, just say me, right? You're going to meet another coach. So when I started off coaching, you do this. Well, I learned the stuff under Dunn. I learned his stuff. Then guess what? After I left Coach Dunn, I went down there with Cristobal, and I took a piece of Todd Orlando's defense. Then after that, we had Josh Conklin and Andre Patterson. Took some of their defense, right? Then I left and went over there with Devin Bush. I took some of his defense. And then after I left with Devin Bush, I came up here and I took a melting pot of all of that and created my own defense. You understand? Now, is it my defense per se? Yes. But did I create it all? No. It's a recipe that I got from, Big Mama. I got a recipe from Nana. I got a recipe from Madea, and I created my own meal out of it, for lack of a better term, for an analogy. And that's the same thing. So Tony Dungy, to your point, is like he didn't create cover 2, but Tampa 2 is the linebacker playing middle of the field, which Tampa 2 turns into cover 3.
Right.
So that's, you know what I mean? So he found a way to tweak it. And that's all we're saying. That's all we're saying. But yeah, shout out. I mean, if it's yours, it's yours. I love it. I love it.
Right. But that goes back to the whole thing we talked about. His players believe he created it. He's close to a system that somebody who I hold and regard as a great football mind. He's not just a guy out here playing football, Philip Buchanan.
That's right.
I believe it's the greatest system he's ever been a part of. He played for Randy Shannon. He played, you know what I'm saying? And something that effective that he believes was created by Tony Dungy, we're not sure who created it.
Oh, of course. Like right now, Dick LeBeau will be creating a zone blitz, right? So what the zone blitz is, for people who don't know, when you blitz a linebacker, you see the defensive end turn around and drop back. You're like, why am I defensive end dropping back? Well, that's under Dick LeBeau out of the Steelers.
Right.
Now, can I tell you something? And this is 100% towards your credit. I didn't research it. I took the commentator's word at face value, and they said Dick LeBeau. So I'm actually helping you prove this point. that I heard that Dick LeBeau was the one from Pittsburgh who created the zone blitz, meaning where you blitz two guys this way and you may drop the opposite end, defensive end, so you still have underneath coverage and so forth.
Right.
Now, I've never Googled it once. I took it for face value. So let's see who created the zone blitz. And watch how definitive this is going to come up. Who created the zone blitz? Look at this. Dick LeBeau was a Hall of Fame cornerback from the Lions from 1959 to 72. His most lasting impact on the NFL, however, he might be his invention of the zone blitz while he was with the Bengals defensive coordinator, when he was the Bengals defensive coordinator in the 1980s. Look how definitive that is. Clean and cut.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wowzers.
Right. But it's and that AI doesn't discriminate. That is just AI or Google. That's just gathering information after what's being said over and over again, whether it's audio, whether it's type. What's been said over and over again, and it pushes things to the top.
Yeah. And actually, I just lied, and people about to run with it. Because I literally just read, I said the Steelers, because that's how I heard it. But it just said he did it during when he was with the Bengals in the 80s. So that's my first time ever hearing. I've always heard it was when he was with the Steelers. So there it is. I've been correct.
So
there it is.
Want to get the people homework tonight? Come back tomorrow and show us anything that any black coach has ever created in football. Find anything. Anything. The
players coach. The players coach. That's what they created.
Anything that a black coach has ever created. If you can find any evidence of anything a black coach has ever created in football, other than a speech.
LMV say, boo, homework. LMV on that camera working hard out there for y'all. Give me all these different
Shout out to LMV. LMV spent too much time on Twitter.
Anyway, Cuban can't say the giddy.
Anything other than anything other than the celebration dance. So you got your own see how, dog?
Yeah, I got one dealing with Mardi Gras.
Yeah,
I don't see how these people party for a full 30 days, dog. Like, there's some people that's out there for 30 days straight, cuz.
It lasts that long?
I didn't know that. I thought it was a week. Mardi Gras is actually 30 days. But again, I'm listening to somebody else. South Coast Kane, matter of fact, he Louisiana guy. South Coast Kane, let us know in the chat, how long is Mardi Gras? Can you give us the dates? Like what is it typically?
In that little pissy city for 30 days?
Bro, and I had to tell you something, bro. Well, I went there one summer for a training. Bro, had a great time, but that was the stankiest city, man, because all that stuff on the street. Oh, my God.
In the little dirt. Oh. And that's what I'm saying. Media makes us believe things. You know what I'm saying? You get to the city and you like, are we going to get robbed down here? Bro, baby, don't walk down that street. Stay on this street, baby. Stay on this street. don't go down there.
Hey, yeah, them little alleys are a little tough now. Be careful on them alleys. Get your head knocked off. Hey, don't even go there, Woody, because I'm ready to mask up. But not even that. Bro, the fact that people walk on them streets barefoot, bro, that right there, I'm like, man, look here, I'd rather my pinky toe fall off before I walk on the whole doggone street. They walking on the street, them ladies be had them tight shoes on, and they walk out there straight barefoot, man, and it's so bad. But anyway, that's I don't see how. How you got it? What you got?
Put my picture up there.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I figured that's where you was going to go. That's why I left it alone.
I don't see how. We just glossed over the fact that Travis Kelce was finna swing on Andy Reid on the sideline in front of God and everybody. I don't see how.
That's fair, dog. And I don't see how Skip Bayless ain't call him a loser like he did T.O. I don't see how Skip Bayless don't come out here and run down his throat. Instead, they'll say, he's passionate. If that was Terrell Owens, my Lord.
He's passionate. I don't see how. I don't see how we glossed over that like he went for the swing on that man. We had like it ain't happened. But in the comment section, tell me this: do some guys get a pass with this? Like guys like Travis Kelce that are fiery, like fiery. I'm using what they were like fiery, gutsy, yes, passion. Do some guys get a pass? Like, does a Travis Kelce get a pass? Does a Kittle get a pass? Does a T.O. get a pass? Do certain guys get a pass? Name somebody else. Like a Warren Sapp would get a pass from doing something like this.
I think he'll get a pass from the organization, but Warren Sapp would not get a pass from the media. Thanks, South Coast Kane. He says 40 days before Easter. Yowzers.
Jesus.
So I didn't want to make sure because I asked him to do it. But I think that Warren Sapp would have gotten a pass from the organization because the players have the power. But the media would have ate him alive, bro. Would have ate him. You haven't even heard people talk about it in the media like that.
Emmett Jones said the first person he thought was Antonio Brown. I don't think Antonio Brown would have got a pass. I don't think he would have got a pass.
Antonio Brown in what instance? Because what has Antonio Brown done? That we're talking the media. We're not talking about the organization. We're talking about from the media. Because you talked about the media, and we're talking about how the media portrays players in X, Y, and Z.
Right.
Now I ain't saying Tony. I ain't saying Tony ain't because I coached that dude too at Nolan. I ain't saying he ain't kind of get some of the stuff he deserves. He throwing a bag of gummy penises at his girlfriend and all this wild stuff. But
Coach got accolades now. Coach got accolades now.
Coach some players now. We got some players. I gotta put a picture. I keep saying this. I'm gonna do it. Come on, dog.
I got an answer for JD Sucks. I don't see how Pharrell keep throwing these Louis Vuitton products on these people. And they just rolling with it. JD said he got time for y'all today. He gonna show y'all what he had. He gonna show y'all what he. That's what's going on with his socks. He had a pocket on his Louis Vuitton socks. I don't see how JD let Pharrell trick him into wearing them socks.
I don't see how they can't make him more masculine, dog. That's all I'm saying. You can still like we had kangaroo shoes back in the day. Remember that? They had a pocket. Remember those kangaroos? You remember them?
I remember them. Of course, I had a pair. I cried for a pair. Come on, Mike, give me the kangaroo shoes. I don't want the USA 100s.
Hey, I had a great pair, and I used to keep my lunch money in there.
Why you would have put your money way down there is beyond me, but we did, didn't we?
Because it had a pocket.
I know, right? And you had 8 other pockets on your pants. Hey, JD had on some Louis Vuitton shoes with a pocket on it, and y'all thought it was strawberry shortcake.
Man, them things terrible, dog. Them things.
Dog, hey, Michelangelo, you like them socks? Man, hell no. Oh, okay.
Man, that man had on something. That man like a bald head schoolgirl out there, man. Man, look crazy, bro. And I get it, dog. These dudes be so rich or whatever. They bored. They just do whatever. And I get it, man. But some of that stuff be too. Anyway.
The way these people repping for Louis Vuitton, they got to be getting bags. So maybe Pharrell is the Louis Vuitton rep. And maybe he's giving out money. You know what I'm saying? Maybe Louis Vuitton, maybe he got a budget where he can say, hey, man, we got some new socks. If you go ahead and run out there, man, we'll shoot you 550,000, 30,000. You know what I'm saying?
I want to see if the CEO of Louis Vuitton will wear those and go golfing. That's all I'm saying. With the CEO, regardless of the bag, with the CEO of Louis Vuitton wear those golfing?
Well, Pharrell invented them. He ain't running past the CEO. Listen, Hayes, if you haven't realized, whatever pops up on television, the people are going to buy. If you haven't realized it yet. I mean, that's just a simple truth.
That's like them big red boots. Remember them big red cartoon looking boots people was buying?
Ludacris had the black ones on stage.
Ludacris looked like a short. Hey, Ludacris looked like a short gladiator. Like he was finna go play a football game. He was a pregame. He had on shoulder pads and shorts with some big old shoes, dog. I don't know, bro.
Ludacris had the black ones on stage, and I heard they super uncomfortable.
They gotta be.
Yeah, they look like, I don't know, like some kind of video game.
Some Mario Brothers shoes.
Yeah, they do. I thought they was cool though. I thought they were cool though.
Hold on, let me do this right.
I did. I thought they were cool. I thought they were cool though.
Anyway, hey, people talking about Kango hats and kangaroo shoes. They were two different things. Kangos and kangaroo shoes were two different things.
Hey, these people getting bees without cashing in, man. They getting out free bees, man. What is the PG-13 view?
I don't know what's going on. You probably went down there. Look at old girl down there. Look at it.
They getting out free bees, man. They ain't gotta. They ain't gotta cash in or nothing.
I don't know, but anyway, I'll say this: y'all don't remember this? Walter Payton used to wear kangaroo cleats. Remember they were called Roos. Yeah.
Roos. Yeah. That was a Roos.
Yeah.
Hayes' mama used to wear Eminem boot cleats. Hayes' mama was the first football player to wear Eminem boot cleats. My Adidas. Oh, I meant to say troops. Walking down the street
in my Eminem boots. Got in the fight with my British knights. I went to jail in my fresh gazelles. Huh. What you know about that street? Y'all clap it up for us, dog.
His mama had on Eminem boots.
Y'all clap it up. Listen, hold on. I'm gonna do this, man. We gonna get up off here. Hold on, y'all. Hey, I'm gonna show y'all, man. Shout out to them 70 babies, man. You might know everything. Look at this. This is Walter Payton right here. Look at that. Kangaroos. Yeah, bro.
Was it? It was cool too, huh?
Yeah, but they just had rules on there. But see the little kangaroo on there?
Well, them things fly. Well, them look like they turned into Etonics, huh? Etonics must be broad kangaroos.
Sauconys.
Them shoes look cool though.
Yeah.
Oh.
These are the newer versions. I don't see the pocket on them though. They used to have the ones with the pocket.
Yeah, you could buy those now.
Yeah.
Listen. Before we
get $199. $199.
If y'all don't have anything to do tonight, you two Hayes, go to YouTube, put it on your TV, get you some popcorn, and watch the 1985 game between the Dolphins and the undefeated Chicago Bears, dog. It's the whole entire game. And O.J. Simpson is commentating, and bro, it makes you see football. it makes you see football like from what it was. You know what I'm saying? Like, it gives you a different perspective of you had Dan Marino versus the 13-0 Bears. Miami was the only undefeated team. The Bears was going to threaten the record of going undefeated. It was a Monday night game. I remember asking my auntie Boo, "You think we got a chance to win?" But go watch the game on YouTube one day. It's the whole entire game, bro, and it's cool to see how much Walter Payton did.
Oh, he was balling.
And how much Marino, like how and Marino was like an invincible force, dog. But Walter Payton was the wide receiver and the running backs, dog. When they couldn't hand it to him, they just swung him out and threw it to him. He was everything.
Oh, he was special, dog.
Dan Marino and Nat Moore was on fire. This wasn't even Duper and Clay. This was like Nat Moore and Tony Lathan. But go watch that game if you ain't got nothing to do one night, dog. It's very entertaining to hear OJ Simpson commentating it. It's just I don't know. Just go watch it, dog. It's like watching a piece of history, dog.
It is.
Let's get out of here, Hayes.
All right, real quick before we get out of here, man, let everybody know real quick. Hit the like, share, subscribe button. If you're on my side of the street, hit the button and go across the street and go over there to D Streeter side and vice versa. Hit the buttons. Man, we going live right now. We got prime time talk at 8:30. So we got that coming up here for y'all. So go get your cane juice and come back. We're going to make it happen. I saw Jonas came on there talking about the show. We're going to talk about it a little bit. And Street, anything you got to say here, man, as we coming live from New Orleans?
Listen, man, I'm gonna start plugging this every show, man, because it's becoming a real thing. IOD Squad Investor Die. We do 786-459-49. Text if you want to be a card. Basically, every day I trade in the market, and you can come watch me trade. I give signals. I give plays. I can scream at the top of my lungs. Bitcoin is now 50,000. Hayes. And hey,
and what was the last time you just said? We said
it was 45 the other day. And I've been saying it to you since it was 20,000. It is now 50,000, and it's gonna run up in 2024, bro. And I say this to y'all just so y'all can understand that it doesn't discriminate. Anybody can make money with it. There's numerous ways. You don't have to buy a Bitcoin for 50,000. There's numerous ways you can get involved. You can get involved with $20, but anybody can make money from it. You just got to come be a part of IOD Squad and just get an understanding of how you get in. Your money, if your money not making money, then it's money waiting to be spent. That's the only way to put it. That's the only way to put it around it. Ain't no other way to look at it.
That's fair.
If your money not making money, first of all, you're losing money, and it's just waiting to be spent by either you or your little greedy ass grandkids. Somebody's gonna spend it.
Or the government gonna take it. Or the government gonna take it.
Inflation gonna deflate it. So your money has to make money. IOD Squad 786-459-9499. Text us if you want to get down. We'll see you the link. I don't know. I dropped the. Let's do a special since it's my first time going in on this, Hayes.
For the next, we here every day. We got
for the next 24 hours, $10 to get an IOD Squad. I'm gonna give you 30 minutes. I'm gonna change the prices. $10 to get an IOD Squad. It's usually $35. Let's run it.
All right. Can I? Now that's your business. I'm just asking. $10. No, I want to make sure. No, I want to be clear. So it's $10 to get in. Where do they have to go to get in? That's what I'm going to ask you. Like, where are they going?
They can send a text 786-405-9499, or I'm gonna update the link inside the description, or you can just go right to the description and click it. I'm gonna update the link. You can get in there. Just give me 10 minutes and we can get it going. But you can send a text now and say, "Hey, IOD Squad," and I see the link. You can get in for 10 for the next 24 hours. When we come back on here tomorrow, it's gonna be too late.
No said. All right. So with that being said, I need you to make one quick investment, man. Footballville mama so stupid. She put 2 quarters in her ears and thought she was listening to 50 Cent. Go, shawty. It's your birthday. Go, shawty. It's your birthday.
Go. Mama.
Real quick. Somebody said, what's the number again? Not so fast. Say it slow.
786. Oh, I got y'all. Ain't this right there on the thing? Oh,
no, go ahead. 786. Say it again. Say it again. 786.
I'm typing it in the thing. 405.
I'm typing it.
99. Send a text, say IOD Squad. I seen the link. For 24 hours, y'all can get in for $10 a month. Once you get in, ask any question you want to know. It's so much information in there already about, all you got to do is hit search about Bitcoin, Ethereum, whatever. Bro, listen, this is a time in life, right, where there's nobody stopping you from doing anything. Bitcoin is decentralized. There's no man running it. It's free will. You know what I'm saying? A year ago, it was $15,000. You know what I'm saying? So it's free will. Yeah, it's not in the bank. You ain't got to go talk to a suit and be like, "Can I have Bitcoin?" You got to talk to nobody. Anybody can get involved.
Sure enough. All right, dog. Well, there it is, man. Y'all have it. There it is. The number 786-459-9499. IOD stands for Invest or Die. Go check us out. Also in the Discord, make sure you come check us out. That link is on my side of the street in the description. So if you want to join the Discord, make sure you do so. And with all that being said, we'll be right back here tomorrow in 23 hours because we'll start at 7-ish.
Make sure you talk about Shadur Chain. Shadur, they just brought their daddy a mention, and then the next week, Shadur just brought a hell of a diamond chain.
I got to talk about this decoy.
This is pro football, bro. These boys get money.
Oh, yeah, man. Come on. Why not?
Right after the mention, he came right back and dropped the chain. The chain got to be worth about 70,000.
I wouldn't doubt it. They got it. Hey, well, they say it ain't tricking if you got it, dog. So, anyway, we out of here, man. I'll see y'all literally in about 10 minutes. Peace, love, and hair grease. See you in 2 and 2. Shout out to the 70s.